All right, let's go to Rowdy Roddy Piper. He was rowdy for Rowdy was cool.
Rowdy Roddy Piper, him too. He was the kind of guy that and it's so. This is amazing. I got to tell you stuff. There's so many things I don't know about my own business. You know that Rowdy Roddy Piper, he's Canadian. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that till a couple of days ago.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I thought he was from Scotland.
Yeah, he was born in Canada, went to Portland.
Not Portland, Scotland.
No. I say he's from Canada, and he kind of soiled his oats in Portland wrestling. You know, Portland was a really big territory for him.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I didn't know that.
Him and Billy Jack Haynes was really big in Portland wrestling.
Billy Jack Haynes, nice guy, tough guy too. Billy Jack Haynes, nice guy. But anyway, coming back to Rowdy Piper. Yeah, so I didn't know he was Canadian.
Yep.
Yeah, I had no idea. I wouldn't have bragged so much about him during all these years if I knew he was Canadian. But yeah, he was over. He was over big time. A guy with a dress, he was over, man. I'll tell you. Yeah.
It's a skirt. It's a skirt, as Bobby Heenan would say. It's a skirt.
Yeah. What's this thing about these heels and like yellow tights and pink tights and skirts? What
Yeah, absolutely. What's one backstage story that you can remember of Piper that you'd like to share? He's got plenty. Piper's got stories.
Does he? I just know. I know that he wasn't a guy who he had cold eyes. He wasn't afraid of anybody. He wasn't. But I never was there when he had an altercation or nothing. Actually, to be honest with you, he was so kind to me. Mm-hmm. You know, like when he talked to me, came to me a lot like the great Ric Flair. He made me feel like I was somebody when I talked to him. Yeah. Piper, you know, when we had that. When he took the title from me, my Intercontinental title with the, I was shocking everybody as the Mountie, and he came in and we had this match there, and it was amazing. I think I told you once before where he had this rubber thing underneath his shirt where it said anti-shock underneath it. But I worked with him, and I got to tell you something. I wasn't prepared to work with him when I did. It was a one-time deal. I didn't know the guy in the ring. I didn't know how he worked. And I was very concerned when I came out of my match with him. I was concerned in a way because he was all over me. But he didn't sell much. Like, you know, in the ring, he didn't sell much. But he made me. I had a good match with him. I enjoyed the match with him. But it's almost like he's always a step ahead of me. He was like. I don't mean as far as the plan goes. I mean up here, like, you know, he knew how to make himself look good in that ring. He wasn't a big guy, but when he came out of a battle, you felt like he stood his own, you know. Yeah. And, but it was funny working with him. People ask me sometimes, did you like working with him or you didn't like it? I liked working with him, but sometimes it wasn't him. He was too smart to be him. And it was like, so we didn't get. It wasn't a great match like I'd had with Tito Santana or Boss Man or the Hart Foundation or guys that Shawn Michaels or the guys that I worked with, and I could just turn and say, "Hey, let's do this." Him, there was no time for nothing. He was like, well, he was putting himself over because he was winning the belt. So yeah, but I would have liked if he would have been a little more generous. Towards me in the match. But out of the ring, what a great gentleman, always a nice guy. And so nice. I'm proud he's Canadian.
That's true. Speaking of Canadian, one of the most notable Canadians in pro wrestling history, Owen Hart.
What do you mean by one of the most, you say one of the most noble? No, not noble, notorious?
Notable.
Which means?
That means popular. Notable, yeah.
Okay, but I thought Brett was more popular than Owen.
Oh, he's definitely more popular. That's why I said one of the most notable. Yeah. I would say Brett maybe is the most as far as a Canadian is concerned. But Owen's pretty over though. Owen gets the shadow end of things a lot, but Owen was pretty popular.
You know, first of all, Owen has all the sympathy of the world. You know, for what happened. Yeah. But the thing is Brett may be the best Canadian, like you say, I got to learn that word tonight. What do you?
Notable.
Notable.
Yeah. Able to note or noteworthy, notable.
Okay, so I think that that Brett is the best wrestler and the most charisma and the most, I would say, the one who went the furthest in the family. But Owen was the one that was liked the most in the business.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Brett has his days. He's a nice guy and everything. I always got along great with him. But Owen, he was the smile. Mm-hmm. He was the heart of the dressing room. When Owen would come in, he would never come in without saying a joke or hitting something where all the boys go, ha, 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 ha. And that's fun.
Yeah, because, absolutely.
Owen was awesome.
Chris Jericho was a big Owen fan. Owen inspired Jericho. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, actually, Chris Jericho, I have a little story of him. I left.
He kind of gets the Canadian pass, although he was not born in Canada. He's dual citizen, I believe. So I guess you can throw him in. He counts.
But he was, I liked him a lot. I liked him when I met him a few times. He worked with me. He did a lot of jobs for me when he came in, at the beginning, and then he became really popular when I left. Mm-hmm. But one time I was out of nowhere. I finished my run with Vince, and I wasn't in good terms at all with the WWF, and I just happened to see one time an interview when he was on, because I wasn't even watching wrestling WWF anymore. Mm-hmm. And he did an interview, and he said something like, the greatest intercontinental champion of all time, a Mountie. And I said to myself, wow, what a week that is, that was awesome. I always loved him after that. I said, Jericho, you're over in my book.
Yes, he put you over. That's right.
Big time. Yeah.
That's awesome stuff, man. Real quick, man, where were you as far as you can recall when Owen died in 99?
I was starting my wrestling school. I was in Montreal. I was starting my new business, my own business. So I was in Montreal. I wasn't with them anymore. And God, I hated what had happened. And I hated when I got the news. I was in bad terms with Vince. And I didn't like him at all, because I just heard that they never had a practice for that stunt. And that messed me up. You can't do a practice like that without having, a stunt like that. You can't do it without at least trying it in the afternoon when the arena's empty, And
the harness was different. The harness, it was rigged different. They used a different type of harness for it. And so it wasn't even really a harness that was designed to naturally descend people. It was a different type of rig of equipment they were using at the time that he was reluctant to do, as far as all the public reports and as far as stories and documentaries.
You mean reluctant? He didn't want to do it?
No, he didn't want to. Mm-mm.
Really?
He didn't want to do it. Yeah, he didn't want to do it. Yep, he was pretty reluctant to do it. Yep, very, very unfortunate. Yep. So yeah, it's quite sobering and quite unfortunate to, at such a young age too. He was only, in his 30s, and he had so much.
My God, and Jesus and kids, and what a family man, and what a great, if the wrestling business and the wrestling dressing room would have been filled with guys like Owen, it would have been the greatest business and career I've ever had in my whole life.